Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and I gotta get this off my chest while I got that raw emotion running through me right now at the moment. Don't mind that Discord notification if you heard that. But my point is, or what I want to talk about is, video games are boring right now. Like, really boring. And I know, oh my God, what do you mean? There's games out there that you could be playing. You're just not looking for them. You're not searching for them. Yeah, I'm aware of that too. I'm also aware that I don't have $70 to just throw at a game, and that's another conversation for another time. But I mean, I need to just get something off my chest. It's been bothering me for a while now, and I feel like I need to make a video about it because, like, I like communicating with you guys and my subscribers and people that stumble upon my videos to just be like, yo, I relate to what this dude is talking about. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so, video games are just boring. And I want to talk about it real quick. I don't want to make it too long, but I need to get this off my chest. The video game industry just does not feel the same no more. Video games don't feel the same anymore. Everything has changed, obviously, and not super drastically, but drastically enough where if you've been gaming since the PlayStation 1, if you're 26, 27, 28, whatever, I don't even know, even younger, if you're 18, you were there for the PS3, you were there around that time, the Wii, the Xbox 360, maybe you were like 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. But my point is, things have changed since then, and this video isn't scripted. This video isn't just me, going off something that I just like planned out. I'm gonna go over this section and this section. No, this is just coming off the emotion that I'm feeling right now in a moment. So video game gods, please speak through me, channel the energy through me. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys remember a game called Cyberpunk 2077, which wasn't that long ago. They released in December of 2020. And we all know how a massive pile of horse shit that was when it came out. And I was so excited for this game. I was a sophomore in high school, freshman going into my sophomore year in high school when they dropped that trailer, the first one, and you can already know the anticipation for that game. And it came out and it was horrible. It was buggy. The devs didn't do anything through that 8-year cycle of development that everybody was waiting for. It was supposed to give Grand Theft Auto a run for its money because it was going to be GTA, but you could do more, and it was in the future. Like, come on, it's going to be sick. It was so badass. Like, come on, what are we talking about? Like, let's be real. Then that shit came out and it did horrible, and people were getting refunded, and CD Projekt Red apologized, yada, yada, yada. But this isn't just the only game that's done that. But what I want to talk about real quick is just this pattern of horse shit that's just been releasing, devs not caring about the shit they develop. And I know that's not all dev teams, but some dev teams have to do what the higher ups in their company say. I'm not sure how that employment structure works when you're creating a video game. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you were gaming, let me get a little structured here. If you were gaming from the era of the PS3 and the Xbox 360, let's just say you were a kid when you had those consoles, right? Even the Nintendo DS, even the Nintendo Wii. There is a special thing about that. And it's not just, there's nostalgia there too. But as I put more process and more thought into this of what the emotions that I'm feeling when it comes to video games, something that I care deeply for and that I'm very passionate about, I realize that it's not just nostalgia. There was a time where we were trying to innovate. There was a time where we were trying to push boundaries. There was a time where we weren't trying to be like our competitors. There was a time where we weren't just money hungry. They were money hungry, of course, because they gotta make money. That's how these big companies work and all that big tech, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. But there was still nuance to the things that they were releasing. There was still an identity to the things that they were releasing. There was still care and craft put into each game that came out. And not all games are good. They came out back then too, let's be real. But my point is, if you were around for that time, and you had a PlayStation 3 growing up, and you had a 360, and then you had the PS4, and you had a 3DS, and then you had a Wii, or you had a Switch, or whatever you were gaming on, right now, I know deep down, you know what I'm talking about. There was a feeling that was there, even during the PS4 era, that has been missing. And here's the reason why I believe that it's missing. Number one, microtransactions. Microtransactions low-key fucked up a lot of shit. Now, I understand companies got to find new ways to make money, yada, yada, yada. And in return, when they make this money, they got to give the player or their audience or whatever, the consumer, something that's worth it. So we got the skins, we got the cosmetics, we got all that stuff. Microtransactions just started to fuck shit up because companies become money hungry and they want to put out half-ass bullshit and get quick cash grabs and then try to update the game later when nobody gives a fuck about it because y'all were supposed to be working on the full game, before it released and not working on the full game after it releases and, wait 6 to 7 months and be like, oh, here's a patch. We removed all the bugs that shouldn't have been there in the first place. So number one, microtransactions. Number two, Fortnite. I love Fortnite. Epic Games, I would love to partner with y'all one day in the future. This is no shade towards them. incredible game. I don't care what nobody says. The game's not dead. Dub game, not an L game. Don't care. Take your opinion somewhere else. Just kidding. Everything is subjective. If you really don't like Fortnite, then you don't like it. That's cool. I love Fortnite. But I do believe that Battle Pass formula that came out, and I'm not sure that was the first game with the Battle Pass formula, but when that shit came out, the rest of the industry, copy, paste, copy, paste. We don't need single-player games with Battle Passes, guys. We don't need fucking single-player campaigns and story-driven games with these big grand worlds and universes. We don't need a Battle Pass for that. Give us an add-on, give us a DLC, cool. You know what? Don't even give us that anymore because that shit's stale. You give us a cool expansion, but let it be a real expansion. You know what I'm saying? Don't have me unlocking. I don't want to buy. I don't want to go through a paywall and you have to go through a battle pass to get the best shit in the game in order to beat the game or to progress even further. Dog, put that shit in the game so it feels rewarding for the player after we spend that $60 to $70 because it shows us that y'all care and you give us something that's impactful on us after we complete that game. Then we have this, you know, we're in this era now where things can be really patched out. I know there was patches before. I'm not sure how that really works back in the PS3, Xbox 360 days and all that. And I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but I don't want to, I have a really bad way of articulating myself sometimes. Then we have this thing where, you know, these developers and these money-hungry ass guys in suits that don't give a shit about video games, that's never played a video game, that's never touched a video game. Maybe they have, but they never beat one or give a fuck about it. They got this position. They need to make money. They need to impress the investors. They need to yada, yada, yada. So they're rushing these devs to make these games that should be special, that should have nuance, that have identity, to feel good, to not be, you know, dog shit when they come out. You got EA and Ubisoft and all these great game companies that were great putting out these half-ass dog water-ass dog shit games. Okay, and then talking about, oh, we're sorry, here's the patch, damn near a year later. Dude, you losing the fan base. You're losing the fan base. We don't give a fuck about another Assassin's Creed title, I promise you. Nobody asked for that. Not one single soul on the planet asked for that bullshit. Stop putting that shit out. Focus on the Division. Focus on a new title. Do that. And I know the Division 2 is in a great state right now, so shout out to Ubisoft and the team, you know, for doing that. But, you know, I don't want to just sound like I'm complaining. I'm a consumer. You got to always make me happy, dog. It's not peaches and rainbows all the time in any industry. But the pattern that we've been noticing here is horrible. Gaming is just down bad. It's cooked right now. Destiny 2 right now is in shambles. Bungie's in shambles. They don't know what the fuck to do. PlayStation, I think Sony had just bought them for billions of dollars. They're being transparent with the fan base and basically saying like, yeah, we finna just work on Marathon. Y'all finna get the last shape and that's it. Just for further context, I do not hate Destiny. Destiny is a fantastic game. Destiny has some of the best story and writing that I've ever played in a video game, period. All my friends know I am a geek for the lore of this video game, and I pray that something will turn around for this game and they will end it the way that they intend to end it. But as of right now, it's not looking too good. And hopefully the last shape is good, because Lightfall was a hot piece of shit. You know, at first I enjoyed it when it came out, but then I wasn't me using my brain. I was like, okay, what did I get from this expansion that I paid this money for? I know this video isn't really well structured out or articulated, but man, there was a time, y'all know there was a time where you went to GameStop or whatever game store you had in the neighborhood, which most likely was GameStop or Walmart or Target or whatever. They'd be overcharging there. But there was a time, like I said, back to those kids and the adults now that went through that era of gaming. I think we all know to a certain extent, this isn't just a nostalgic factor. Yeah, there's a nostalgic factor there because we were kids, but it's not just that. You know, life was simpler. Console, Christmas, yada, yada, yada. You playing Assassin's Creed, Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, all these cool ass games coming out at the time, right? And there was a time where you would go into GameStop or your local game store, wherever you got your games from, and you would have that feeling of purchasing a physical copy and looking at it and be like, damn, there's a whole story in there. Little Big Planet. I'm going to do a whole nother video on that because I'm not even going to try to get into that. But I'm going to get into that in another video. Little Big Planet, Killzone, Halo Reach, Left 4 Dead 2. There was a time where you would go to places, get the physical, go to the midnight release. And I don't have a problem with the digital. I'm just saying there's a certain special feeling that comes with that purchase, that comes with being at the store with your mom and getting that game over the counter that's rated M. You know damn well you can't buy it. So you got to drag her in there and convince you to buy it. And, you know, the cash register dude's like, you know, this game has strong sexual content. And, you know, the mom was like, I know he wants the game. It's yeah, you know, he got a good report. you guys understand what I'm talking about. There was a time where we could enter these physical spaces and feel surrounded in the atmosphere, the feeling of going home and putting the game in and playing it and getting to the start menu and then getting halfway through it and grinding all night on a single player game or a multiplayer game if you were playing, you know, back then at the time or whatever. But still, it's missing. That feeling is missing. And I know that the market has shifted towards more PC, you know, consoles it's big, but it's not like how it used to hit back then because a lot of people are going to PC. But it's just like where we're at right now, this shit just looks bad. You got these big AAA companies coming out with these dog water ass games, abandoning projects, shutting down servers, putting everything behind paywalls, putting a battle pass and everything. The game's not complete when it comes out. Throwing in patches, you know, months later, even years later to a certain extent. We got everything going digital. Nothing wrong with digital, but we should be owning the shit that we buy digitally. Why is a game that I spend money on, why is the servers going down? Where's my $60? Where's my $70? I bought the collector's edition of that. Where's my, what are we doing here? Somebody's got to be held accountable. This shit needs to stop. We are getting cooked right now, my guys. We are getting cooked. Guys and girls, whatever you identify as, we are getting cooked right now. But let me just say this. You guys know the pattern that I'm talking about that we've seen over and over again. Thank God Cyberpunk got fixed. Halo died. They tried to milk that. Gears of War, I don't know what's going on with that. Fortnite is the biggest thing. Minecraft is still banging because why wouldn't it be? It's gas. There's still games that exist that are good, that are great. There's still games that are coming out that are great, that are indie developed, that are AAA developed. Spider-Man 2, great game. I can't even think of anything else at the moment off the top of my head. Life is Strange, Soma, Fallout 76. That is hot ass, my guy. And I have like 100 hours, over 100 hours on that shit, and that game is ass. Bethesda, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Why are we releasing dog shit games? Why are y'all still on an engine that's years old? Why aren't y'all catching up with the competition? What are y'all doing? What the fuck are y'all doing? Don't even get me started because I'm gonna get myself triggered. But what I'm saying, to sum this up, there was a time where you could buy a game and the game was an ass, and there was an era of gaming when the games that were coming out weren't half-ass. They weren't coming out dog shit. They were well thought out. There was great stories. There was innovation. There was boundary pushing games. You know what I'm saying? And that feeling is really missing. I hope this resonates with my viewers and my subscribers and people that stumble upon this video, because this is something that I really give a fuck about. I know that there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way. But I'm going to make a more like well thought out, chaptered out version of this video from the era of gaming, from that PS3 era up until now. And I can really pinpoint what I'm talking about. PlayStation 3 exclusives, Xbox 360 exclusives, even though I wasn't a Microsoft kid, Nintendo. They've been always putting out great shit. Don't get me wrong. Nintendo just been banging ever since. I don't even know how they manage to just stay hella relevant. Like I do, but it's just like, damn, their audience is in a chokehold. But yeah, that's all I got to say for this video. I just feel like the gaming industry is in a dog shit space right now. And you see this pattern of just microtransaction, holy hell, half-ass games, you know, just dog shit everywhere. And it's just getting worse and worse. I'll talk more about that in another video. I'll talk about the era of that PlayStation 3 era up until now and where we're at now. And I'll probably make another video on why owning a physical copy of a game and why physical shit matters in a world that is going digital. I'm not against digital. I love tech. I love computers. I love being online. I love multiplayer games. I love it. But not everything needs to be digital. And if it is going to be digital, offer a physical copy. Create that feeling. It's more important and impactful than you guys think. I'm talking to you, Sony. I'm talking to you, Microsoft. I'm talking to y'all. Stop, think. Let's think before we move forward. And I'm not going to act like I know everything, but let's think about the impact and where you guys, can really touch your consumer's heart, So, thank you for watching. I just have to get that off my chest. Power to the players. I'm going to go make some music or something. I love y'all. My skin looks kind of good. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, the gaming industry is cooked right now, and I don't see it getting better, to be honest. I don't really see it getting better. So yeah, leave your thoughts in the, if you agree, if you disagree, if you feel the same way, let me know. But my name is Dylan Switzerland, and I'm out.